Hi everyone, welcome to estudy.in. So in this video, I'll be talking about principles of object-oriented programming. Okay, so these are some of the principles of object-oriented programming: polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, and data abstraction. So let's understand the meaning of these terms. What is polymorphism? Poly means many, morph means forms. So polymorph means many forms. So the definition of polymorphism is the ability of a message or a data to be processed in many forms is called polymorphism. We will understand with the help of an example. So let us take this example. Here we have these three different shapes: a circle, a triangle, and a rectangle. Now all the three shapes have area. Okay, the area of a circle is different. The area of a triangle is different from a circle, and the area of a rectangle is different from the area of a triangle and a circle. But all these three shapes have the area. Okay, so we can say that here we have many forms of area. That means the area of circle, area of triangle, and area of rectangle. All three have the area, but it is different from the other. So that is what we mean by polymorphism. So here we have many forms of area. Okay. Another example, if we take from the real life, so let's suppose we have these three persons. One is a surgeon, one is a hairstylist, and another is an actor. When we say the term cut, it has different meaning for these three persons. For a surgeon, the meaning of cut would be incision. For a hairstylist, the meaning of cut would be to cut the hair. And for an actor, it would mean the end of a scene. So here we have different meanings. That means many forms of cut. Okay, so that is what we mean by polymorphism. Now, the second principle of object-oriented programming is inheritance. So let us first go through the definition of inheritance. It is a process in which one class inherits the properties and functions of another class. We already know that a class has properties and functions. Okay, so let us see how this is implemented in object-oriented programming. So let's suppose we have a class animal. Now, all the animals have some features, okay? Maybe 4 legs, a tail, a pair of eyes, a pair of ears. So, a dog is also an animal, a cat is also an animal. So that means the dog and the cat would have all the features of animal, but at the same time, the dog class would have its own features which are unique only to the dog class, whereas a cat class would have its own features which are unique to the cat, and at the same time, both the dog and the cat would have all the features of the animal class. So we would say that here, this is an example of inheritance where the dog class is inheriting the features of animal class and at the same time adding its own features and functions. Similarly, the cat class is inheriting all the features of the animal class, and at the same time it has its own unique features and functions. So that is the concept of inheritance. Okay. Now, another example of inheritance is where we have a vehicle class. Now, both the car and the truck are vehicles. So that means they will have all the features of the vehicle class, and at the same time a car is different from a truck. So that means a car would have its own features, whereas a truck would have its own features which may not be present in all the vehicles. But at the same time, both the car and the truck would have all the features of the vehicle class. So this is an example of inheritance. Now, moving on, we have encapsulation. Now, encapsulation, it means basically to put something in a capsule. So as you can see this example, we have a capsule here, and that capsule is basically a class which wraps up the methods. Methods means functions. I told you earlier in the previous video that methods are also called functions, and the variable data variables or data members or properties. So we can say that wrapping up of data members and functions into a single unit called class is known as encapsulation. Okay, so basically when the functions, that means the member functions and the member variables or the properties are encapsulated, are wrapped up in a capsule, that is known as encapsulation. Okay, so moving on, what is abstraction? It is a property by which only the essential features are displayed to the user, hiding the background details. So to understand this definition, let's take up the example of an ATM machine. Now when you see this ATM machine, what do? We just insert the card here, enter our PIN, and we get the cash. So the machine is only displaying, we just have an interface here which we need, and all the rest of the details, how the cache is coming out, what is the mechanism, what is it which is making it work, that is hidden from the end user. So it is displaying only the essential features, hiding the background details. So this is called data abstractions. So these were some of the principles of object-oriented programming. I hope you liked the video, and please click on the like button and do subscribe to the channel estudy.in. Keep watching estudy.in. Thanks for watching.